Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Back to the Future, the game. We've messed everything up again. We went back in time, and we've kind of euchred our own reality, and now Biff is Big Mighty Biff again, and there's the gang of the Tannins, and so, go watch the other episodes if you haven't seen them.
Okay, Doc, let's run through this again.
Sometime tonight, Kid Tannen is supposed to be betrayed by his mole, a singer named Pixie Trotter.
That hot babe I saw coming out of the speakeasy.
Exactly. When she does, history says Tannen will be arrested by a rookie cop by the name of Danny Parker.
Parker. Hey, do you think he's related to Jennifer Parker, my girlfriend?
Could be.
Heavy.
In any event, somehow we've changed history so that neither of these events happens, condemning your family to generations of abuse at the hands of the Tannen crime family. You need to go back into Tannen's speakeasy, find out what's gone wrong, and get Kid Tannen arrested.
No problem, Doc. Let me just put on my hat and I'm good to go. Is the mustache really necessary?
It's essential.
Oh,
Can't
yeah.
let Kid know that you're the same troublemaker that foiled his attempt to kill me.
Are you sure you can't come in with me?
It's far too dangerous. You may be easy to disguise with your nondescript features, but ever since my daring escape from the police and the mob, my distinctive face has been plastered over every paper from here to Reno.
Nondescript.
I'll find a safe place to hunker down. That flop house ought to fit the bill. You can find me there if you need me.
All right. Look at us. Look at us. And we're back here again. To the land of the screwy walking controls. Look at us. Look at us. See? What the? Why do we look like we're walking on ice? What is the matter with us?
Hill Valley Expo, October 12th through the 15th. Doc says the expo was the day he officially became a scientist. Seems like he's running a couple months ahead of schedule.
Cool. Probably because we helped him out with that drill, and now he's all, confident with himself.
Majestic arms. Transients welcome. Well, they don't get more transient than me and Doc.
It's true. Let's go in.
This is where Doc said he'll be after he gets through stashing the DeLorean.
Okay. I somehow missed that, but it's good to know. We will come back.
No time for a haircut now, even if they were open. Besides, they'd probably cut it too short.
Yeah, I've been there. Good God, have I been there. It's literally the worst. Literally, figuratively. Figuratively, it's the worst. Edna, it is very late out. What are you
Pardon
doing?
me, sir. From the way you're dressed and your general aura of seediness, I can infer only one thing. You're heading for Tannen's speakeasy. Am I right?
No.
No?
At least you possess enough shame to lie about it. Unfortunately, I don't have the power to stop you, but I beg you to tarry here a few more seconds and listen to my song. Me, 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 me. You say you've lost your self-respect, but you should care. What in heaven's name?
Oh, no.
Oh, sorry, Miss
Damn it.
Strickland. Just a little experimental prototype gone momentarily awry.
Mr. Brown, why is there a dog in that vehicle?
Why? Well, to advance the human condition, of course. Hello, Mike.
Mike? Mr.
No, no.
Corleone?
No.
What are you doing in that getup?
No. It's my new look. I'm going... Is there any harm? Is there any harm in just confessing what we're doing? Probably. Let's do it anyways.
I'm going undercover.
How exciting! You'll have to give me an exclusive sometime. Right now, I've got some souls to save.
And you'll have to get an eyeful of my newest experiment.
You're not angry about the rocket drill?
Water over the bridge. I've moved on to bigger and better things. Come by the gazebo when you get a chance. I'll be setting up. You won't believe what Einie and I have been up to.
Famous last words. All right. Now where's that speakeasy?
All right.
Donate to the Clock Tower Fund. What's wrong with the clock tower? It's not broken, is it?
Not in the slightest.
Whew.
It's just painfully drab. I'm raising funds to commission a sculptor to place a couple of handsome ornamental statues on either side of the clock face. Something to inspire the citizens to do their civic duty.
Something like lions?
Or gargoyles. You can't beat a good gargoyle.
Ah, and that's the stuff the dock hangs off of. That's so cool. Look at that. Yeah, okay. Speakeasy's over this way, right? Come on. No, we are headed the wrong way. I want to go down this way. Right? Is that not where the speakeasy was? Oh no, it's a new speakeasy. Sure. It must be. Must be a new speakeasy. She'll know.
Hey, Edna.
Mr. Corleone, what can I do for you?
What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
Saving people from alcohol, vice, and disorder. And also keeping a lookout for hot stories. You'd be surprised how much news breaks on this corner.
Broken any stories tonight?
Only the usual. Mayor Thomas trying to slink out of the speakeasy. Frankie Needles crashing his car into a fire hydrant. Nothing that'll get me the front page.
Frankie Needles. There's still Needles. Needles is in town. I've got a story for you.
Hey, I got a hot lead for you.
Oh? What is it?
Tannen arrested. Carl Sagan spotted in town. Tannen arrested.
Kid Tannen arrested.
Oh, glorious day! When did it happen?
Well, it hasn't happened yet, but it's gonna.
Keep me posted.
Oh, don't be so bitter.
What was that song you were singing earlier?
Do you like it? I wrote it myself. It really gets the toes tapping at the Stay Sober Society meetings. Although I suppose that could be the Shakes. Would you like to hear it again?
No.
Maybe later.
I'll be here all night.
Okay. What's with you and Emmett?
What's going on with you and Emmett? The last time I saw you, you seemed to be kinda interested in him.
That was before I belatedly realized that his agreement to host my Stay Sober Society was a clever ruse to ferry barrels of hooch to his so-called laboratory.
Sorry about that.
Now his very presence fills me with an irrepressible urge to pick at his philosophical and intellectual foundations with every tool in my vocabulary.
That's
So
aggressive.
you're not dating.
Dating? The mere thought of romantic involvement with that undisciplined techno-anarchist is preposterous.
Good.
Um,
Do you know anything about Officer Danny Parker?
Parker? Just another soul lost to the twin vices of booze and despair. I've asked him to tell me his story for my column. Sort of a cautionary tale, but he's never in the mood to talk to me.
Okay. Can you just maybe tell me where the speakeasy is? Tell me about Tannen.
What's Kid Tannen been up to for the last 2 months?
Didn't you hear? It was in all the papers.
I've been, traveling.
Well, the feds were all set to arrest Tannen on tax evasion charges. Seems they'd gotten Tannen's books from his accountant.
I heard something about that, yeah.
Well, the accountant disappeared, unsurprisingly. But the feds still thought they had a case. After all, they still had the books, right?
Right.
Wrong. The day before the trial, the books up and vanished right out of the court's evidence locker.
No.
Lots of fingers were pointed, but honestly, the whole town's so corrupt that it could have been anyone. Court clerks, cops, janitors.
So Kid's walking around free?
Free, clear, and laughing it up in his new speakeasy. The feds want to bring a case up against him, but without those books, they've got nothing.
Okay, where is the speakeasy?
Couldn't Kid be brought up on other charges like, say, running a speakeasy?
In a perfect world, yes. But no one in town seems to care about prohibition anymore. The feds are only interested because of the lost tax revenue.
Couldn't Kid be brought
Okay.
up on other charges
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
say,
We already said that. Yeah,
running
yeah.
a
Good.
speakeasy?
In a
Okay,
perfect
fine.
world,
Yep.
yes.
Yeah.
But no one in
Yep,
town
okay,
seems to
yep.
care about
Okay.
prohibition
All
anymore.
right.
The feds are only interested
All right.
because of the lost tax
Okay.
revenue.
Yep. Sorry I asked.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about Trixie Trotter, would you?
Kid Tannen's latest conquest? Well, She claims to be a lounge singer from Seattle, but my sources in Washington have never heard of her. I mean, honestly, Trixie Trotter, what kind of name is that?
Tell me more. Tell me about Parker. Tell me about Trixie. About the speakeasy arsonist.
Whatever happened with that speakeasy arsonist?
I was about to ask you the same question.
Me?
Don't play coy with me. I may not have any journalistically acceptable proof, but I know you had a hand in Carl Sagan's daring escape from the authorities.
Well, you know, it wasn't my fault.
Didn't you think that Sagan was innocent?
I used to, but after he escaped, 2 more speakeasies were torched in Colfax and Georgetown.
That's just a coincidence.
Coincidence? Or is our friend Carl a serial arsonist?
Not likely. I don't think it could have been him.
I'm pretty sure that Carl Sagan didn't start those fires.
We'll see. One of the reasons I'm camped out so close to Tannen's new speakeasy is it gives me the chance to catch the arsonist in the act. It'd make a great story for my column.
Okay, right. Where is the new one?
What have you got against dogs, anyway?
They're smelly, rude, completely unable to take care of themselves, and frankly, they're not very bright. If I had my druthers, dogs would be banned from public places.
Harsh.
It's a harsh world, Mr. Corleone.
Edna, you are my new
See
favorite
ya.
person.
Keep fighting the good fight.
I could not agree more with you about dogs. Okay, so where's this new speakeasy, man?
Mike, you're just in
I know
time.
where it is. It's in the basement of the soup kitchen. Anyways, we'll talk to Emmett first.
How have you been, Emmett? I know I haven't seen you in a couple of months.
I'm great, and I owe it all to you.
Really?
Yes, that argument I had with my father during our jet drill experiment gave me the incentive to finally quit that dreary court job. I've committed myself full-time to a life of science.
That's awesome.
So,
Thanks for watching Einstein while I've been away.
it's been a pleasure. He's proven to be a surprisingly willing test subject. It's almost as if he's been working with me for years.
More like decades. What's the story with the little car and all this equipment?
Einstein and I are conducting a few experiments with this 1/4 scale model to work out a few hitches in my planned demonstration at the Hill Valley Expo in a couple of months.
A radio-controlled car?
No. Well, yes, but there'll be so much more than that. It will amaze the world. Aha! Got it!
Got what?
I'll show you. Ready to go, Einstein? Watch this! When this baby hits 23 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious cow flop.
Wow.
Einstein!
No!
Get him out of there!
Not to worry. I've got a fail-safe eject mechanism around here someplace. See? Nothing to worry about.
Nothing.
I feel like this was another screwing with the timeline that we did.
I'll go see if I can find something to help. Or someone.
Well, that's not good. Yeah, I feel like he shouldn't be inventing flying cars right around now.
Majestic arms. Transients welcome. Well, they don't get more transient than me and Doc.
Am I just going right in? I guess I'm going in.
Hey, Doc. How's the room?
It's a little cleaner than I would have imagined for a Depression-era flophouse. How are your investigations going?
I haven't really made any progress with Trixie yet.
Well, get out there and make some. If she doesn't blow the whistle on Kid tonight, he may never be brought to justice.
Why didn't you tell me I'd run into your younger self tonight?
Because I don't remember being out here tonight. Clearly, your interactions with my younger self 2 months ago have slightly altered my personal timeline. I never have the nerve to perform public experiments like he's doing. No matter. Those experiments will be forgotten once I've seen Frankenstein.
Frankenstein?
Yes. Right now, my younger self is fiddling around down there with rocket propulsion systems for his demonstration at the expo.
The thing that'll kick off your scientific career.
Exactly. Now, the rockets are a horrible idea, and I'll soon realize that they'll never work.
Okay.
But eventually, I'll wander into that movie theater and see Frankenstein and clear my mind. I've kept the ticket stub from that movie in my wallet ever since. See?
Why?
Because it's during this movie that I'll have the inspiration for my breakthrough at the expo.
It doesn't have anything to do with reanimating the dead, does it?
Not the way you're thinking, no. But during that famous scene when Colin Clive turned the wheel that raised that shrouded figure into the tower, and that bolt of lightning struck, well, let's just say more than one brain was reanimated that night.
Okay.
Where'd you park the DeLorean?
I hid it in the DeSoto lot. Nobody's buying cars these days, so it should be safe in there.
Hey, who did burn down Tannen's original speakeasy anyway?
I still don't know. I'd really like to find out before we go home.
Oh, so it wasn't actually him. Okay.
Emmett's not having much luck getting Einstein off the courthouse.
I'm not surprised. Einstein's a smart dog, but heights give him the willies.
What can we do?
I've got it.
What?
Just get my younger self distracted, and I'll handle the rest.
Okay.
I never did get a straight answer about why he came back to 1931 in the first place.
It's, personal. When this is over, I'll tell you all about it.
I'm gonna hold you to that, you know. Can you explain all this? I'm confused.
It's very simple. In the original timeline, Timeline A, the speakeasy arsonist was never caught, creating one of Hill Valley's enduring historical mysteries.
Okay.
When I traveled back to 1931, I created Timeline B, in which I was misidentified as the arsonist and subsequently killed by Kit Tannen's goons. Einstein came with me, and somehow he ended up in the DeLorean when its fail-safe mechanism triggered, sending it back to 1986.
Which is where I came in.
Precisely. You traveled back to June 14th, 1931, creating Timeline C, a world in which Carl Sagan wasn't rubbed out by Kit Tannen. But Arthur McFly was served with a subpoena.
And shot by Kid Tannen's goons.
Yes, so you jumped back in time 6 hours, creating Timeline D, saving your grandfather's life, but somehow preventing Kit Tannen from meeting his date with justice.
Which is why the Tannens were so powerful when we jumped back to 86.
Uh-huh. So now we've returned to August of 1931, creating Timeline E, in which, fingers crossed, we'll send Tannen to prison where he belongs. Got it?
Sure.
Good.
One question.
What?
Can you explain all this? I'm confused. Why are Tannens always such jerks anyway?
It's hard to say. Rogue Neanderthal genes in their DNA, perhaps.
I like that
Keep your head low,
explanation.
Doc. I'll be back soon.
I'll keep an eye out for your grandfather.
So I need to create a distraction with young Emmett. Come on. Why are we frozen? There we go. I need to create a distraction with young Emmett so that old Emmett can get Einstein off the roof of the courthouse. Why do I walk like such a loser? That's what I want to know. What's up? I'll just start messing with your machine. That'll
Don't
get your
touch
attention.
those. They're very sensitive.
Sorry.
Or not. I don't know why I didn't just go for it. Hey.
Don't worry, Emmett. I'm sure you'll get it right someday.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. Right now, I'm more concerned with Einstein.
That is a cool billboard behind us.
You know anything about Trixie Trotter?
The songbird of the Sierras? The nightingale of the north? The floozy of the foothills? Never heard of her. Man, I've definitely never snuck into Tannen's speakeasy to listen to her.
Wow. You're a thing.
Do you know anything about Officer Danny Parker?
My pop says he's a good cop when he's not drinking.
Good.
Of course, now I hear he drinks all the time.
Oh, great. That's fantastic.
Have you seen that Frankenstein movie yet? I hear it's pretty inspirational.
Not yet. I've been so busy with my rocket car that I haven't found the time. But I'm planning on going tonight. At least I will once I get Einstein down.
Okay, well, we need to get you into that theater then.
What's up with you and Edna? A couple months ago, I could swear she was making goo-goo eyes at you.
That was before my father had her Stay Sober Society meeting thrown out of our house. Now she takes every opportunity she can get to snipe at me and my work. It's very distracting.
What went wrong with your rocket car?
I'm not entirely sure. As soon as we get Einstein down, I'm gonna go look for it.
Let's
Why
take a
don't you
break.
take a break from Einstein Patrol for a minute? Maybe go see a movie or something.
Thanks for the offer, Mike. But once Emmett Lathrop Brown sets his mind on a task, nothing can distract him from his purpose. And right now, that purpose is rescuing your dog.
I need to distract you somehow.
I'll go off and see if I can get some help.
You do that. I'll stay here and see if I can think of a way to get Einie off that ledge.
No, don't worry about it. Just come. I'm gonna mess with your thing here, and hopefully I'm. Come on.
Don't touch those! They're very sensitive!
Sorry.
No, just do it anyways. Edna. Can you help me, Edna?
Edna!
What?
I got a story for you. The dog on top of the clubhouse?
Hey, I got a hot lead for you.
Oh, what is it?
Strand's dog on courthouse. Yeah, here we go.
Young scientist Strand's dog on courthouse roof.
What?
Look over there.
Oh, for goodness sake. Mr. Brown!
Please, Miss Strickland, not now. Can't you see I've got a rather delicate situation on my hands at the moment? My trial run...
Trial run? Public hazard, I call it. And I'm sure my editor will agree. This scientific enterprise of yours represents a clear and present danger to public
You
safety.
know what represents a clear and present danger to public safety? Your singing voice.
There's no need to get personal, Mr. Brown.
Believe me, I have no intention of getting personal with you.
I'm relieved to hear it. Flying cars, of all the ridiculous
You
juvenile
mock me,
notions.
but just imagine a world in which traffic jams and car crashes are a thing of the past.
I
Oh,
might
yeah.
be more inclined to listen to you if your maiden voyage hadn't ended in a crash on one roof and a stranded dog on another.
I'm working on getting him down. Einie, how'd you get down? Clever dog.
Well, fortune favors you tonight, but I warn you to be more careful in the future.
Now, how to get that rocket car back down?
I'm not worried about the rocket car. You are on your own. Einstein is, can I talk to you, Einstein? We'll send you over to Doc.
Hey, boy, how you doing? Good dog.
Nope. Okay. Let's find this speakeasy. It should be in the basement of the soup kitchen, I would think. Oh, come on, but don't be stupid. Oh, how'd he get up there?
Emmett.
No time for chit-chat. I've got a rocket car to recover.
Emmett! You get down from there before you hurt yourself!
Hurt myself? Pho, you're far too cautious, Miss Strickland.
Okay. Well, I can't be bothered with that. I need to go deal with the speakeasy. Yep.
Who sent you?
Ulysses S. Grant.
What did you bring me?
Meat and potatoes.
What's the word?
Words are for wimps.
All right. You got that?
Ew.
Why? Why have that there just so that I can say ew to it? Ew. Ew. That's gross. That is gross.
Hoover 28. A chicken in every pot. How's that working out, Herbie?
I don't really get the reference.
Who is the king of Siam?
Oh shit.
Am I?
What will you do tomorrow?
Lego your echo.
Lego your ego?
Take a hike, Squirt.
Jeez. Okay.
Who told you about this place?
Place to call to my travel agent.
What's the big idea?
Stitch in time saves 9.
Settle down, mister. Why don't you wait outside and take a nap?
Napkin, please. I've made a mess.
What? Take a nap. Napkin, please. Hang on, something's...
Who died and made you boss?
Bruce Springsteen is not going to be the answer. Boss Hogg is not going to be the answer.
Hieronymus Bosch?
Nope. Okay. Okay, let's pay attention here. Something to do with the letters, I think.
No solicitors.
No solicitors.
Terse and to the point.
Who's your commanding officer?
Commanding officer, Sir
Galahad.
Really? Is he as tall as he appears on screen?
on screen.
Screens can be deceiving.
I must be an idiot because I'm not getting this.
Who is the king of Siam?
Siam. Am I?
Am I?
What will you do when I send you away?
Send you away. What will you do when I send you away? Am I? Siam. Wait until Wednesday? Send you away?
Wait till Wednesday?
Where do you live?
From Russia with love. Livermore. Hill Valley. Livermore.
Livermore.
Welcome to El Kid, sir.
I don't fully understand what just happened. That was still like 65% guessing. Welcome to El Kid.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to once again present the hottest little number this side of the Rockies. And when I say my pleasure, I think you'll know what I'm talking about, am I right? So let's have a big El Kid welcome for the one, the only, Trixie Trotter.
They say I'm crazy, got no sense, but I don't care. They may or may not mean offense, but I don't care.
Out of my way, kid. I got some sorrows to drown.
That's the cop. That's Parker. Officer Parker.
That's why I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
Ooh, no, I don't want to talk to him. Hey.
Hey, I know you. You're...
Parker. Officer Danny Parker.
Officer.
Hill Valley PD. Have we met? You look familiar.
Nah.
Well, stranger, sit down and have a drink on me.
Shouldn't you be arresting Tannen?
For what?
Well, for running a speakeasy, for one thing.
Well, I like this speakeasy. So there. Besides, if I arrested him, I'd have to arrest you and me and everyone else in here. And that's just way too much work for one little cop like me.
I hear you've been having troubles.
Troubles? Buddy, nobody knows the troubles I've seen.
Want to talk about them?
Do I? Do I? Yeah, I do. Listen, it all started when this car...
Every morning, every evening, Hank, we got fun. Not much money, oh, but honey, Hank, we got fun.
I don't know what's happening.
Whoopee!
Yeah, now, about those troubles.
I don't want to wallow in misery. I came here to get happy. Hallelujah!
You need to stop
drinking so much on duty?
Probably not, but this joint ain't open when I'm off duty.
That's fair.
See you later, Danny.
I'll be here.
I'm supposed to get this guy to arrest Kid Tannen tonight?
Yeah, that seems like a stretch.
You in?
Why not?
Bet on black. Bet on 00. Let's bet on even.
Even's my lucky number.
Even is not a number. Come on.
Double zero.
No!
I mean, technically 0 is an even number, isn't it? Can I ever win?
You in? $21.
This isn't my game.
Okay, can't win.
The shrew didn't burrow.
Wasn't there? Do I still have? Did I write down or remember? Like, I've got this thing. Oh, whoa, wait. I, low, in. Was that a part of the... Did that help us get in? I don't really know.
Hey, bartender.
What'll it be?
Give me a drink. About the caricatures on the wall.
So about this, portrait gallery of yours.
What about it?
What's it all about? Who are those guys?
The caricatures hanging along the wall of honor commemorate those who are no longer with us on account of having ticked off one Irving Kid Tannen.
They're the guys the kids killed?
Well, of course not. They're just a bunch of guys that Kid didn't particularly like, and that at a later date turned up dead. It's what do you call it? A circumstantial coincidence.
I bet it is. I bet it is.
What are you drawing?
Another celebrity caricature.
You drew those?
Prohibition ain't gonna last forever, Bob. I gotta have a skill I can fall back on when all this goes away.
That's fair.
Think you could do a caricature of me?
Sure.
It seems like a bad idea. We don't want evidence of me being around, do we?
Presto!
That really doesn't look like me.
I didn't have much to work with.
Yeah, apparently I have non-distinct features.
What's Parker's problem?
Ah, Danny Parker. Now his problems follow him around like a pack of wolves.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Job troubles, dame troubles, psychiatric troubles, you name it. You get him in the right frame of mind, he'll talk your ear off about him.
Okay, what, I gotta buy him another drink?
What can you tell me about Trixie?
You trying to put the moves on kids, dame?
No way.
Good, because if you did, I'd probably be hanging you on the wall of honor. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So is your cold all better?
My cold?
Yeah, when I saw you a few hours ago, you were sneezing like crazy.
Mister, I ain't had a cold in over 2 months.
Oh yeah, right. Sorry. Wrong guy.
Marty really sucks at thinking about time
Thanks
travel
for the
sometimes.
talk.
Next time, order a drink. This ain't no library, you know.
Oh, yeah, I could, yeah, sorry.
Louis the Louse. Squashed in his prime.
It's alright, yeah,
Hey.
What?
I'll order a drink.
I'll have a drink.
What's your poison?
Gin.
Pepsi. On second thought, forget it.
Suit yourself.
Okay.
Talk to you later.
Hey, look! A paying customer.
Don't be snarky.
Hey, nice suit. Where'd you get it?
Costume shop at the mall. I had it custom made.
Yeah? Quality material. Who are you? Where you from?
The name's, Michael Corleone.
I'm a stranger here. I'm one of you.
I'm one of you guys. Don't you recognize me?
No. Come on. What's the dope? Spill it, or I'll...
Go easy, kid. From the cut of the suit, I'm thinking he might be with the Valenti gang.
Is that so?
Yes.
Yes?
Prove it. You ain't leaving till you show me some bona fides.
Oh, great.
Wait, you ain't leaving till I get the dope on you. You really with the Valenti gang?
Yes, yes. Okay, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. It sounds like we might be completely screwed and stuck inside this place now, but, you know, we'll see. And until next time, goodbye.